All right, we're talking about the elements in astrology. I'm Laurie Riverrs, and I love teaching you how to understand astrology at a deep core level. So, in astrology, we've got four elements, and those are fire, earth, air, and water. Fire is active energy, earth is grounding energy, air is invigorating energy, and water is compelling energy. Not one of the elements is stronger than the other. This is not rock, paper, scissors, guys. The elements combine in a lot of different ways to help show different qualities in life. So let's talk about how the elements express in astrology. The elements express through the zodiac signs. Each element holds three signs. These are known as the triplicities. We've got fire. All right, let's start with fire. Fire is the first of the elements and it holds Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now let's look at a visual representation just to give you a good idea. In Aries, it's the fire starter, it's the lighter, it's the match, it's the spark. It's quick and it's bright and it's hot. Okay. It's also the beginning of the forging process. So if we're gonna make like a sword or some like a shield, it's gonna go into the forge. You can see that in the left bottom corner. That would be a forge, forging the metal. The next sign is Leo, and Leo, of course, is ruled by the sun, and the sun is a big ball of fire. I've got a barbecue there where it's Leo's is nurturing fire, it's life sustaining fire, it's the golden glow, it's the hearth, it's the bonfire, it's the lantern, it's the beacon from the lighthouse showing you how to come in or not against the rocks on the shore. And it's the glowing fire that keeps you warm on a cold night. Sagittarius is the last of the fire signs, and it's big and bold and adventurous. It is the light of the wisdom, right? So it's the lantern that you read by at night. Now we've got electricity today, but back in the day, when we didn't have electricity, you'd have a lantern to read by in the library. And it's the hot air balloon that takes you on adventure. Sagittarius is expansive energy. It's the supernova that, as a star dies, that big expansive energy release. It's the fireworks and that display the final combustive process. And it is the wisdom gained from going on adventure. Let's take a look at Earth. Earth is the next sign or is the next element when we're dealing with the signs. And we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth is expressed in Taurus through the beginning of things. It's a beginning in the planting process. You disturb the soil, you amend the soil in Taurus and plant, and you're starting to grow the things that help nurture you. Or you set the soil and get it ready for the foundation for the home. So it's the getting ready and the grounding process. In Virgo, we have the harvest. In Virgo, we're harvesting the herbs, the fruit, the vegetables. We're making the unguents and the teas and the poultices, and we're creating the preserves. So Earth in Virgo is about making use of the earth. It's putting it into practical application. And then Earth expresses in Capricorn as structure. It's the mighty forest. It's the great canyon. It is the fortress itself that we make out of stone. It is solid and protective energy. It is that which we form around us and find solid ground in. The next of the elements is air. Air. Air is kind of hard to represent because we don't really see air unless it has other elements included, right? So air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And air expresses in Gemini as bright and light and quick. It's effervescent. It's the air bubbles in water. It's the helium in the balloons. It's the cute, chirpy little budgie. It's the pinwheel floating. It's it's the paragliding, and it's the light cirrus clouds, not the big storm clouds, but the light cirrus clouds on a summer day, and skydiving, expressing through air. Air expresses in Libra through joint experiences. So the inflatable bouncy castle, allowing for social interaction, balloon art. We use the pinwheel again. This might be something we pass around. The fan. This is more like lenticular clouds showing the balance and the seeds flying off into the air to spread. So that's how air expresses in Libra. And then we have the last of the air signs is Aquarius. And the bird I used is the owl, the wisdom, moving forward, kind of cutting edge, a little humorous, a little offbeat, the propulsion of the rocket going out, the aerodynamicness of it. Different kind of bubble, like soap bubbles would be Aquarius, where soap bubbles are they retain their individuality even when they join together. They are both complete and joined at the same time, complete to themselves and joined as a group. It's called the double bubble conundrum, or yeah. Anyway, you can look it up. It's a mathematical calculation. It's very Aquarius. And then we could look at wind chimes or musical wind instruments, and of course, the lightning that comes out of the storm clouds is air expressed in Aquarius. Water. Remember, it's compelling. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces as the final triplicities. Water expresses in Cancer as a nurturing space. It's the shoreline. It's the tide pool. It's the turtle. The turtle was the original symbol, not the crab, because it carries the home on the back. It's the pot of tea that's steeping. It's a pot of soup to nurture. These are all forms that water takes, and it's the watering can that spritzes the garden. Water expresses in Scorpio. It's more it's quieter, it's richer. It's the pond or the lake. It's the cave on the shore. So instead of being the shoreline, it's the cave. There's the boiling water getting ready to transmute whatever it is you're putting into it. It's the boiling point. It's the water catchment system. And it could be the coffee brewing. It steeps and it's dark and it's rich. And then we have water expressing in Pisces. And this is a well. This is an aerosol. This is the big waves coming off the ocean. Pisces shapes itself in lots of different ways. It could be pudding. It's a little thicker. It's a little less defined. It takes the shape of whatever's holding it. It's like a jellyfish. And of course, I put chowder, but it's also the reflective quality of water. If you want to learn more about astrology with me, Laurie Riverrs, you can come to patreon.com /the awake space, and Malcolm and I will be glad to introduce you to more about astrology.